These are the countries that are most in debt to China, according to the World Bank data analyzed by Statista. Countries heavily in debt to China are mostly located in Africa. We know that that's where China, of course, is also investing, but can also be found in Central Asia, Southeast Asia, and the Pacific. As Statista's Catherine Buchhold details, as a new preferred lender to low-income countries, China now holds 37% of those nations' debt. Just 24% of the country's bilateral debt comes from the rest of the world in 2022. The countries most in debt to China. External debt to China as a percentage of gross national income. The top five are Djibouti in Africa, 43%, Angola, again in Africa, 41%, Maldives, 38%, Laos, 30%, Congo Republic, 29%. According to World Bank Statista research, the new Silk Road project, which finances the construction of port, rail, and land infrastructures across the globe, created much debt to China for participating countries. At the end of 2020, of the 97 countries for which data was available, Pakistan, which is, I guess half of it is under the water now, right now with all the floods that they have, $77.3 billion of external debt to China. Angola, $36.3 billion. Ethiopia, $7.9 billion. Kenya, $7.4 billion. Sri Lanka, $6.8 billion, held the biggest debts to China. The countries with the biggest debt burdens in relative terms are Djibouti and Angola, followed by the Maldives and Laos, which has just opened a debt-laden railway line to China. The president of the World Bank, David Malpass, called the level of debt many countries once again hold unsustainable. In January, the Paris Club used to hold the majority of low-income countries' debt before it was restructured and largely forgiven after the return of the millennium for qualifying developing countries. Whether such a process will be available for Chinese debt is unclear. As of 2020, China had officially lent around $170 billion to low and middle income countries, up from just $40 billion in 2010. Chinese loans have higher interest rates than those from international institutions like the International Monetary Fund or the World Bank, or bilateral loans from Paris Club countries, and also have shorter repayment windows. Their setup is closer to commercial loans concerning their condition of repayment, confidentiality, as well as their objectives of funding specific infrastructure projects instead of pursuing developing goals in general. And this is on Zero Hedge by Tyler Durden, according to the World Bank data analyzed by Statista. Please leave your comments. Thank you for your support. Kindly support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.